Okay, so for this deep dive, we've got, a bunch of information here about this YouTube channel, Bright Path Productions.
Yeah, looks like a pretty interesting one.
Yeah, and we're kind of going through this transcript we got from a podcast episode, Bright Path Kids, Stories That Inspire.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we're going to kind of pick it apart and see, what this channel's all about and why it might be something you'd want to check out.
Yep, sounds good to me.
All right, so one thing that really pops out from the get-go with this whole thing is this idea of using stories, to teach kids values.
It's interesting, right? Like in today's world, how do we pass on these really important ideas?
Right, exactly. And the transcript goes right into that, talking about how, for forever stories have been the way we understand the world, build empathy and, figure out right from wrong.
But there's so much out there now.
Exactly, finding those good quality stories that really, promote good values.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
It is. It's a challenge in the digital age.
So that's kind of where Bright Path Productions comes in, right? Like this YouTube channel making these animated stories for kids all about honesty and kindness and responsibility and just good stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's not hitting you over the head with it either, right?
Right.
The source is saying they take these everyday situations that kids can relate to and put them in these fun animated, videos.
Ooh, I think it's not preachy.
No, not at all. It's helping kids see, what happens when they make certain choices and encouraging them to make good ones, but in a way that doesn't feel like a lecture.
Yeah, because nobody wants that, right?
No way.
But especially kids.
Especially kids.
But if you zoom out a little bit, the transcript mentions some research about how learning morals when you're young, really makes a difference when you grow up.
It makes you a better person.
Yeah, more compassionate, more responsive. So with all the stuff kids are exposed to these days, giving them positive role models and clear lessons.
It's huge, right?
Oh, yeah.
The podcast transcript gives specific examples like sharing, being truthful, being kind.
Right. It's not just about showing these things. It's about, getting those conversations going with kids.
Yeah.
And actually, helping them build their character.
That's food for thought, right?
Exactly. And I think using animation is really smart because, kids are drawn to that. Visually, it's engaging. It makes these moral lessons stick with them more than just tell them what to do.
Oh, for sure.
It's like you said, food for thought.
Yeah.
You got to make it tasty.
Yeah, make it fun.
So the podcast transcript actually encourages you to, go check out the Bright Path Productions channel on YouTube.
Subscribe and all that.
Yeah, subscribe. Get access to all their new content.
The new stuff.
Yeah, but they also say, parents should watch with their kids, ask questions about what they're seeing. Really use those stories as a jumping off point for deeper conversations.
That's cool, almost like a family activity. So bottom line, it seems like Bright Path Productions is a good way to keep kids entertained, but also sneak in some important life lessons.
Through these fun animated stories.
Right, on YouTube.
Exactly.
Easy to find.
Exactly. So, it makes you think how could these types of stories and these values actually play a role in guiding the young people in your own life?
It's something to think about, right?
Yeah, and maybe even what other resources are out there that could work well with this.
It's a good starting point.
It is.
All right, well, that's our deep dive on Bright Path Productions.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.